Hello children, welcome to today's session. Today we will discuss about iterating over a data frame. Iterating over a data frame. What is this iteration? We have to access a record or data from a data frame according to row wise or column wise. That is this iteration. If we want to access a record or data from a data frame row wise or column wise, then iteration is used. Pandas provide two functions to perform iterations. First one, iter rows. Second one, iter items. Iter rows and iter items. First one, iter rows. What is this iter rows functions? It is used to access the data row wise. We need the data from a data frame according to this row wise. For that, we can use this function iter rows. Consider this example. Import pandas as PD. L is equal to name Sachin, surname Bharadwaj. Name Vinod, surname Verma. This is a list. Inside this list we use this dictionary. So dictionary, that is a key value pair. We already discussed about this list and dictionaries. Then the next statement, df1 is equal to pd dot data frame L. We pass this list to this data frame. Print df1. df1 is a data frame. After printing this df1, we can see the name and surname as columns and 0 and 1 as rows. The values also we can identify from this. Okay, clear? Then the next one, iteration process. How can we access the data according to this row wise from this data frame? For that, we have to use the for loop. Consider this one. Check the syntax. For, within this parenthesis, we specified two variables, that is row index, comma, row value. In df1 dot iter rows function. For, within this parenthesis, I specified row index, comma, row value in df1 dot iter rows function. This is the syntax for iterating data frame according to row wise. Okay, then put this colon. That means after the statement we have to execute some other statements. So we have to apply the indentation also. Next statement, after indentation we use this print statement. Print row index is row index. Print row value is print row value. In this row index variable, it will store the index values. Then in this row value variable, it will store the values. Check this one. Row index is 0. Row value is Sachin and Bharadwaj. Name Sachin, surname Bharadwaj. According to this row wise, we accessed the values from this data frame. Clear? Next one, row index is 1. Row value is name Vinod, surname Verma. Clear this one? Then the next is iter items. What is this iter items? It is used to access the data column wise. We need the data in column wise, so we can use this iter items function. Clear? Iter items. By using this iter item function, we can access the data from this data frame in column wise. Clear? Check this one. Import pandas as PD. L is equal to name Sachin, surname Bharadwaj, name Vinod, surname Verma. In print df1, we use these all statements in the last program for column name, comma, column value. In df1 dot iter items function. Iter items function is used to access the data column wise. So the column value is stored in this second argument of this 4. Column name, column index is stored in this column name variable. Okay, print /n, print column name is column name, print column values are print column value. Check this one. After executing the print df1 statement, we can see the output is like this. Name, surname, 0 Sachin Bharadwaj, 1 Vinod Verma. After the execution of this print statements, how many times it will work? 2 times. Why? We are iterating in this df1 by using this iter items function. So column name is name. Column values are in the 0th index Sachin is the value, first index Vinod is the value. 0 Sachin, 1 Vinod. Second column name is surname. Column values are 0th index Bharadwaj is the value, first index Verma is the value. Okay, clear? Then the next one, binary operations in a data frame. Binary operations in a data frame. What is this binary operations? Binary operations mean operations requiring 2 values to perform, and these values are picked element wise. Binary operations means operations requiring 2 values to perform, and these values are picked element wise. We can perform the binary operations over this data frame also. Directly we can add 2 data frames. We can subtract, then we can multiply, we can divide 2 data frames. Okay, consider this example. All of you write these all examples. These all data frame object. Okay, first one, addition binary operation by using plus add function and r add function. Plus, you know about this, plus to add 2 data frame. Add function, by using this add function we can add 2 data frame. Then by using this we can add 2 data frame, but in reverse add. Reverse add. Check this one. We can perform add binary operation on 2 data frame object using either plus operator or using add function as per the syntax df1 dot add df2. That means df1 plus df2. df1 plus df2, or by using r add, that is reverse add. Reverse add. The syntax is df1 dot r add df2, which means df2 plus df1, which means df2 plus df1. Okay, clear this one? Addition binary operation over this data frame. We need 2 data frame. Consider these 4 data frames, df1, df2, df3 and df4. You can perform addition binary operation by using plus add function and r add function. Add function, how can we use this add function? df1 dot add df2. How can we use this r add function? df1 dot r add function. df1 dot r add df2. That means df2 plus df1. Clear? Consider this one, df1 plus df2. Automatically it will add element wise. Plus and df dot add and df dot r add produce the same result. We know about that. Here, check this one. Here, second index, we can see the NaN. Why? In this, that is df1 plus df3. Check this one. df1 plus df3. In this df1, second index is there. But in this df3, second index is not there. We are adding this df1 plus df3. If the matching indexes are there, it will take the values. If the matching indexes are not there, it will produce the NaN value. It will produce the NaN value. That is why here in the resultant data frame, we can see the second index values are NaN values. Because in this df3, second index values are not there. Check this also, that is, the remaining all elements are in floating type values. Why? That is because in Python, integer types cannot store NaN values. We can't store NaN value as an integer value. So, automatically change to floating point because in Python, integer types cannot store NaN values. That is why here all the elements of values are in floating type. See NaN values for non-matching indexes, but some calculated for matching values after data alignment. df.add function and df.radd work identically if the data types in aligned cells are the same. Okay. Then next one, subtraction binary operation by using this minus, sub and r sub. Minus, sub and r sub. Minus operator directly we can use. Then sub function, that is like this, df1 dot sub df2, which means df1 minus df2. Then what is this r sub? That is reverse subtract. Reverse subtract. Check this one, df1 dot r sub df2. That means df2 minus df1. df2 minus df1. Clear? Check this examples, df1 minus df2. Automatically it will subtract from df1. Then df1 minus df3. It will subtract from df1. But here NaN values. Why? In this df3, index 2 is not there. So matching indexes are not there. So it will produce NaN value. Okay. Then df1 dot sub df2. That means df1 minus df2. Same values we will get. Here also df1 dot sub df3. Same values we will get. Clear? Then check this one, df1 dot r sub. That means df2 minus df1. df2 minus df1. Here also like that. df1 minus df2 is equal to df1 dot sub df2. If you are performing subtraction on two data frames, make sure the data type of values are subtraction compatible. Example, you cannot subtract two strings. Otherwise, Python will raise an error. Okay. You cannot subtract two strings. Clear? Then the next one, multiplication binary operation. By using star and mul function, we can multiply two data frames. df1 star df2, then df1 dot mul df2, mul df2. You can pass df2. Then df1 star df3, df1 dot mul df3. That means multiplied the two data frame objects. It will pick the values element wise. Okay. Rmul function. Rmul function, that is reverse multiply df1 dot rmul. Within this parenthesis we can specify df2 works the same as mul method, as multiplication is commutative. Rmul and mul function also we can use for multiplying two data frames. This multiplication operation is commutative, so it will produce the same values, same result. Clear? Multiplication binary operation by using star, mul and rmul function, mul. Clear? The next one, division binary operation by using this slash and div function. We can use this division binary operation. Div function, the syntax is df1 dot div df2. Consider this one, df1 divided by df2. df1 dot div, within this parenthesis we can specify the df2 values. df1 dot div and df1 dot rdiv perform division on data frames. Can perform division operation on data frame itself by using this div and rdiv function. Operations that produce the identical result are shown with same shade, div and rdiv. Okay, df1 dot rdiv. Within this parenthesis we can specify the df3, that means df3 divided by df1. Check this one, df1 dot rdiv df2, that means df2 divided by df1. Reverse division. Clear? Okay children, these all are very easy topics. Study these all topics in a systematic way. The notes of the topic is attached. Take down the notes and learn it. Write down the lecture notes and go through it. A test paper is also included. Submit your answers as soon as possible. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.